We must consolidate our efforts and we must obey the moves we have. The position of APC was not like the guideline for election was not like we should not compromise.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, depending on where you are watching us from. Last nail on that political coffin of Andy Uba. Justice at last. Justice prevailed at last. And court upholds Judge Mogalo's challenge against the generally faulted Anambra State primary of APC. And APC is delisted as a party that contested in the 2021 November 26 Anambra Goba election. Andy Uba asked court to stop parade. Andy Uba was asked to stop parading himself as a candidate that contested in that election. So for Andy Uba, going to the election tribunal is a waste of time. Already, they are delaying the judges. Even if he succeeds to reverse Soludo's victory, which I don't think can happen, he can't smell that Anambra State gubernatorial seat. Rather, Mogaro will grab it, but it's not even possible. I'm sure Ngige, who is at loggerheads with him, Uba would have contributed to this national disgrace, political disgrace. You can't rule Anambra by force. Anambra is not for sale. In case you don't know, that was the win for Soludo. Soludo wins again as the challenger Andy Uba disqualified. All Progressive Congress APC candidate in Anambra Goba election, Andy Uba, who has vowed to upturn the election victory of Professor Soludo, was handed an unexpected knockout on Monday. A federal high court in Abuja on Monday nullified his nullification of participation in the 6th November election 2021, declaring his candidacy illegal. Yeah, illegal. The ruling effectively denied Uba a local standing to challenge Soludo, so he's not in the position to even challenge Soludo again. He has no right to challenge Soludo's victory. He's not in position. He's not. He didn't contest the election. So who is he? He's not in position. That's the way the court did it. It has. Even as Ibujise Madongo. Isi na akụkụ gbuchalịsịa egbu yisiri ya gbukọnyọ ga akụkụ a na-agba wolu nwa ya ejikwa na tribunal na ijewe egbukọtatara ya aka na ịma kpụpụsị ya na call somebody to side. So like we said, Uba has no right to challenge Soludo's victory. He's not qualified to do so. Justice Inyang Ekwo, in a judgment held at the June 26th primary of the party, which produced Uba as its standard bearer, was not validly conducted. The ruling ended what would have been some legal distraction for Soludo, a former central bank governor, hoping to make a difference in the governance in the state. Uba had been a distraction from his third place. A distraction, Otito Mana Pachapone. Chief Judge Mogalo, an aspirant in the APC primary, had challenged the process and the outcome of the primary election that produced Uba as the party's candidate. Mogalo, who was the plaintiff, had sued the party Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, and Uba as first to third defendants, respectively. Delivering the judgment, Justice Ekwo aligned with the plaintiff's argument that the June 26 primary, that's 2021 election primary in the APC, breached the provisions of the Electoral Act and the APC guidelines for conduct of the exercise. And he held that the plaintiff had successfully demonstrated that the primary election was not conducted in accordance with the law and the party's guideline. Everything but nefu. And therefore, the case of the plaintiff succeeds on its merit, he said. Ekwo held that since the election was conducted illegally, the APC first defendant cannot be a beneficiary of the November 6 election, which produced the All Progressive Grand Alliance, APGA. candidate, Professor Charles Soludo, as the winner of the poll outcome. And the judge therefore declared the APC has no candidate in the Anambra election. APC did not participate. And no wonder they couldn't win the local government. They did participate. So I don't know what this guy is going to do. He said, by non-inclusion of the name, Moalo, if it was Moalo, they would have said to have participated. They didn't participate in the primary election. And, Moalo was not included. It's a contravention of Electoral Act and the party's guideline. And the second defendant, INEC, is compelled to delist the name of the first defendant and third defendant from the November 6th Anambra governorship election. This is according to the judge. He said any election conducted contrary to the first defendant guideline is in nullity. The real issue was not whether accredited members of first defendant voted on that day, but whether the election was conducted in accordance with election guidelines of first defendant he held. He also said that the evidence of the police report confirmed that the election was conducted outside the time frame. Maybe they achieved it indoors and Uba came out. Wudu, and Wudu has resulted him to Ekwo, who declared the conduct of the primary by APC as crude and primitive, ordered that 22.5 million be paid more as an expression of interest and nomination funds be refunded since the party failed to comply with provisions of the law and the guideline. Yes, since you didn't fill him, you should refund him the money. Moaro had in July filed a suit at the court seeking an order removing Uba as the APC and the APC are from the list of gubernatorial candidates and political parties partaking in Anambra governorship election on the grounds that the party failed to conduct a valid primary election. Primary election ML. They also demanded 122.5 million as damages, which include a refund for the fee he paid. He paid a fee for expression of interest and nomination forms and 100 million naira for the breach of contract to commence and conclude primary election. INEC had picked up Uba, winner of the APC primary election, as the party's candidate. INEC, so Uba Moaro sued INEC as well. And in the affidavit in support of the suit, the plaintiff said that the APC failed to conclude the selection and nomination process for its candidate for November 6th governorship poll. He said the APC had chosen to adopt direct primary, which is why the party published the list of designated venue for the exercise. Moaro said the party received 22.5 million naira for the expression of interest form and nomination form, including from him to allow him to participate in the primary election exercise. He further said he was informed a day before the primaries that the APC Electoral Committee would address all aspirants and stakeholders in Oka. Shockingly, on 26, 2021, the said election committee was not seen anywhere in Anambra. No accreditation of voters took place. No voting and collation of votes occurred in all the 326 wards of the Anambra state, he said. He said the committee announced election results it did not conduct, and which fakery was credited to the third defendant as the winner of the primary election scheduled for emergence as APC candidate in the November 6th governorship election in Anambra. The Moaro also argued that the party did not invite INEC in line with the law, requiring the commission to monitor the exercise. Could this be the end of Andy Uba political career? Because I remember he was told not to go. Andy Uba, don't go, allow Soludo to go. What do they call them? Where I think they come from old local government. The people, his kinsmen, told him not to go. Now, Andy Uba is seen, based on this court judgment, Andy Uba did not even participate in the election. So he has no stand to challenge Soludo's victory. He's not among the contestants. So he can't, be lined up. Ozigbo did not even say anything. Andy Uba came up. He wants to be, he's not even a candidate. He's not even a candidate in that party. He didn't contest. So he doesn't stand, he doesn't have the right to ask, to query Soludo's victory, to go to tribunal, trying to hey, where is Hope Uzodimma? Hope Uzodimma, how much did you collect? How much did you collect? Onye ji Andy Uba ugwonya kwa yo. The other in our other video, Andy Uba was advised what you should be doing now is knowing how to collect your money. There are these people who owed you the money, you bribe them to help you win the election, and you were bragging and boasting that you will win, you will rule Anambra gave you just the advice given to you last time was know how to retrieve your money. At least some of them, because like we said, it's like money gotten. People who took money from you, it's like money they got from boy and girlfriend relationship. You can't have it back. Try to get some of the money. Nigeria police are good in the work. They can help you. But as for that, you want to rule Anambra. Anambra is not for sale. And this, I don't know what will happen to your political career with this. I don't know if anybody will want to field you with this. Anyway, viewers, I would like you to add your comment. Tell us what you think about the story we share. I'm Azuka OJ. I say bye for now.